I want to start by wishing a double happy birthday. First, happy birthday to you, President Donald J. Trump. You've been an extraordinary leader, decisive, courageous, clear vision, clear action. You have done great things for Israel. You've been an extraordinary friend to the Jewish state and to me personally. We've known each other for many years, and we appreciate what you're doing now, helping protect Israeli lives against the criminal regime in Iran. I want to wish also a 250th happy birthday to the American Army. The men and women of the armed services of the United States have protected freedom for 2.5 centuries. We would not have a free world without you. Tonight I wish to speak to you, the proud people of Iran. We're in the midst of one of the greatest military operations in history, Operation Rising Lion. The Islamic regime, which has oppressed you for nearly 50 years, threatens to destroy my country, the State of Israel. The objective of Israel's military operation is to remove this threat, both the nuclear threat and the ballistic missile threat to Israel. And as we achieve our objectives, we're also clearing the path for you to achieve your objective, which is freedom. In the past 24 hours, we've taken out top military commanders, senior nuclear scientists, the Islamic regime's most significant enrichment facility, and a large portion of its ballistic missile arsenal. More is on the way. The regime doesn't know what hit them. They don't know what will hit them. The nation of Iran and the nation of Israel have been true friends since the days of Cyrus the Great. And the time has come for you to unite around your flag and your historic legacy by standing up for your freedom from an evil and oppressive regime. It has never been weaker. This is your opportunity to stand up and let your voices be heard. Woman, life, freedom. Zan, Zandegi, Azadi. As I said yesterday and many times before, Israel's fight is not with you. It's not with you, the brave people of Iran, whom we respect and admire. Our fight is with our common enemy, a murderous regime that both oppresses you and impoverishes you. Brave people of Iran, your light will defeat the darkness. I am with you. The people of Israel are with you.
Hello, everybody. It's about 8:30 p.m. here on the East Coast. I have some very grave news to share with all of you. Israel has now conducted strikes on Iran, something that we warned about on our today's program. However, very few people expected it for actually to take place tonight. I'm going to go ahead and share just some of the details that we have initially. Ryan and Crystal and Emily will have a Friday show. They're going to do a full spectrum reaction tomorrow. But here's what we know immediately. Keep again in mind that these strikes just took place about 15 minutes ago or so. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some of the video that is now coming of Tehran. You can see smoke plumes that are rising all across the city, presumably at nuclear facilities, although that has not yet been presumed that.
This is End Bad Governance YouTube platform. Please subscribe to stay connected, and thanks for watching our videos.
Though, of course, given the rhetoric and some of the reporting that we had previously known, what we do know is that Israel has confirmed that they have taken these strikes on Iran, and they are now directly taking precautions inside of the city, quote, for days of battle. This is according to their own defense minister, that Israel is now expecting attacks, retaliatory attacks from Iran after this strike. I do want to just underscore how absolutely extraordinary this all is. And, you know, just literally hours ago here in Washington, President Trump, quote, said he wanted an agreement with Iran and stressed that the United States is close to a good deal with the Iranians. This was, again, literally hours ago. Look at the timestamp here. Quote, I prefer a deal as long as I think there is a chance. I would rather that they, quote, the Israelis, don't go in order not to ruin it. Did you all underscore that one? In order not to ruin it. And literally, again, just, immediately following that, and clearly, presumably, maybe a shot across the bow at the Israelis if they did not listen from Donald Trump. This, again, was just literally 3 hours ago. Quote, "We remain committed to a diplomatic resolution to the Iran nuclear issue. My entire administration has been directed to negotiate with Iran. They could be a great country, but they must completely give up hopes of obtaining a nuclear weapon. Thank you for your attention to this matter." Just a couple things I want to underscore here. The United States was scheduled to meet tomorrow with the Iranians to potentially reach some sort of nuclear agreement. The Israelis are now sending a message to us and to the world. We don't care about any of that. Diplomacy itself is fake, according to them. What they have chosen to do is to directly slap the United States here in the face and the entire world for any chance of diplomacy. They have now forced our hand and their own by creating this geopolitical crisis here in the United States. Remember, all of this comes from the fact that the United States got either wind, perhaps they were supporting something like this on the back end. We will soon learn if details become clear on that front. We will remain tuned for that because it is certainly possible. All of this has been a giant head fake from the Trump administration. They knew the entire time. They supported them with intelligence, and you will certainly hear that from me and from the show if we are able to get that information. But in terms of what we know publicly, and I can say I've been on the phone literally all day with my sources in and around Washington. Many of them warned me that something very, very bad was going to happen. But the general optimism was both Trump's rhetoric, as we saw from a couple of hours ago, and the fact that we still had perhaps a chance at these nuclear talks with Steve Witkoff that were going to happen tomorrow. Israel has now wiped all of that off of the table. They have chosen to start this war. This will almost certainly lead to retaliation and to United States intervention. We will be absolutely lucky if all we have to do is spend $5 to $10 billion just protecting the state of Israel, given the way that our current politics is. Not to mention that Iran has said directly that any strikes on its nuclear facilities would lead to retaliatory strikes against the United States and against Israel. A broader conflagration is now absolutely certain. It is certain. This is a historic moment. And I'm just going to leave everybody with this, that just today, Steve Witkoff briefed members of the United States Senate, in which he warned, quote, Iran's response to an Israeli strike would be a mass casualty event. And I'm going to read from this. Iran has vowed to strike U.S. targets in the region in the event of an attack on its nuclear facilities. And what Steve Witkoff told them very specifically, behind closed doors in an intelligence briefing, military strikes on Israel are on the table, but he said Iran's ballistic missile capabilities are far more than we previously had thought. The U.S. is concerned Israel's air defenses would not be able to handle an Iranian response involving hundreds of missiles. Such an attack would cause massive casualties and damage. Witkoff has raised concerns about Iran's ballistic arsenal during a speech. According to U.S. intelligence estimates, Iran has 2,000 ballistic missiles with warheads that carry 2,000 pounds of explosives. Israel is within range for many of these missiles. So we are in a very, very dangerous situation for us and for the world. This is the closest that we have come to a massive war since the breakout of the Ukraine war, but arguably we have never, the United States, been closer to a major war in my lifetime since the war in Iraq. This is an absolutely unprecedented move, earth-shattering move by the state of Israel to force the hand of the United States of America and to bring our troops into this war. We will have so much more, presumably, to cover this for the next several weeks, months, years, unfortunately, given what we know about the U.S. foreign policy community. And my thoughts and prayers are with every United States service member who is there in the Middle East. We are with you, and I can just promise you on my front, at the very least, I will do everything possible in my power to keep you out of harm's way, to stop from their ability to draw you and all of us as United States taxpayers and citizens into this war. It is a very grave situation for the world. We'll have much more for everybody tomorrow, and we'll see you later.
This is End Bad Governance YouTube platform. Please subscribe to stay connected, and thanks for watching our videos.